Hello, and welcome. You've stepped into a quieter world, the kind of place where the mind can loosen its knots and the heart can breathe without being hurried. This is the Sleepy Survival Channel, and tonight our voice will be gentle, like a lantern swaying softly in a dark cabin window. Let the day fade behind you. Let your eyelids grow heavy when they want to. Nothing is required of you now but softness. Tonight, we are traveling into the sacred craft of making fire in extreme conditions. Not the roaring bonfire of celebration, but the small, faithful flame that matters when life turns cold. The kind of flame you protect with your body, the way you might cup your hands around a candle in wind, in snowfields and rainforests, in deserts where night bites hard, in storms that soak every branch and thought. Fire is a quiet helper. It warms the core, it dries what is damp, it turns frozen hands into working hands again. It makes water safe. It makes the dark feel less endless. And perhaps that is why fire has always carried meaning beyond survival. It is one of the oldest symbols of hope. Simple, luminous, alive. It teaches a gentle lesson. Even in harsh places, warmth can be made. Not by force, but by understanding. Air, fuel, heat, the patient triangle of life, not by rushing, but by choosing wisely, the driest tinder, the best shelter, the right spark, the right moment. Tonight, we will move through 100 calm truths, little embers of wisdom about how to create warmth when the world resists it. We will speak of tinder bundles and feather sticks, of birch bark and resin-rich wood, of wind breaks and wet ground platforms. We'll remember that in heavy rain you look inward, inside bark, inside split wood, inside your pockets, because dryness is often hidden, not absent. We'll learn how sparks behave, how oxygen feeds flame, how to build slowly so the fire can grow without fear. And between these facts, we'll pause in peaceful spaces, like stepping under a tree when snow begins to fall, so your mind can rest while the knowledge settles into you. So let your breathing soften now. Inhale, as if drawing in warmth. Exhale, as if releasing cold. Feel your blankets like a shelter you didn't have to build, a roof already given. Let your body become still, as if it has finally reached camp. You don't have to light any fires tonight. You are here to rest by one, quietly glowing in the dark. In extreme conditions, fire begins with one simple harmony: heat, fuel, and air. This is the quiet fire triangle. And when one side is weak, the flame becomes shy. In wet, cold, fuel may be plentiful, but heat is stolen quickly. In high wind, air is too wild, scattering warmth before it can gather. In thin mountain air, oxygen itself is scarce, like a song sung too softly. Survival means you do not fight these realities. You arrange them. You bring small heat to small fuel, and you shelter the air until it learns gentleness. Spiritually, the triangle is a calm reminder. Strength is often balance, not force. So breathe slowly now and let balance return. ember by ember. Before you strike a spark, choose your fire's home with reverence. A good fire site is not dramatic. It is protected, dry and safe. Look for a shallow hollow out of wind, or build a windbreak with rocks, logs, or your pack. In snow, fire must rise above the melting world, so create a platform of green logs, flat stones, or packed snow, something that keeps your heat from sinking away. In rain, avoid low ground where water gathers, and cold pools like invisible fog. Fire is a guest that needs a clean place to sit. And in your own life, too, peace grows more easily when you give it a sheltered corner. Settle deeper into your blankets now, as if you've found the perfect spot out of the wind. In harsh weather, the true beginning of fire is tinder, and tinder is often smaller than you expect. It must catch quickly, like dry paper in a quiet room. In the wild, you can find tinder in places the rain cannot easily reach. Beneath overhangs, inside dead standing trees, under thick bark. In the inner curls of wood, you shave yourself. Birch bark, resin-rich shavings, dry grass from a sheltered pocket of earth. These become holy little offerings to the spark. The mistake is searching for big wood first, while your hands grow colder and time grows heavier. Start tiny, start tender. Spiritually, tinder is the small truth. The gentlest beginnings often carry the greatest warmth. Let your mind rest on something small and safe now, and let it catch. In extreme cold, your hands lose skill before you realize it, so preparation becomes mercy. Gather more fuel than you think you need, and sort it by size. Tinder like whispers, kindling like pencils, then thumb-thick sticks, then wrist-thick wood. This graduation is how a flame grows without panic. Keep your finest tinder close to your body to protect it from damp and to borrow a little of your warmth. If you have a lighter, sleep with it in an inner pocket, so fuel pressure and cold do not weaken it. In stormy conditions, every second you save is a blessing you feel later. And as you listen, let your breathing slow again, because preparedness is not worry, it is love. Practice quietly so you can rest. In wet forests and storm-soaked valleys, remember this gentle secret. Dryness is often hiding inside the wood. A branch may shine with rain on the outside, yet hold a dry heart beneath the skin. Use your knife to split sticks down the middle and expose the pale inner faces. Shave those dry surfaces into thin curls, feather sticks that catch a spark like prayer catches breath. If bark is wet, peel it back and search under it, where the tree has kept a private shelter. In survival, you do not demand perfect conditions, you reveal them. Spiritually, it is the same. Sometimes warmth is not absent, it is simply covered. Breathe in slowly and imagine uncovering one small dry place within you. When the wind is sharp, your first job is not lighting, it is shielding. Cup your hands around the spark like you would protect a candle in a chapel corridor. Turn your body into a wall. Use a rock, a log, your pack, or a folded jacket to build a quiet pocket of air. Wind does not only blow out flames, it steals heat before flame can even be born. So make the air gentle first, then invite the spark. If you have a tarp or emergency blanket, angle it as a windbreak. but keep it safely away from the flame's reach. In the wilderness, a sheltered ember is stronger than a brave spark in a storm. Let your shoulders soften now, as if you've stepped behind a sturdy stone. Matches feel small, but in extreme conditions, they are time made tangible. Carry them in a waterproof container, and if you can, add a few windproof or storm matches to your kit. Keep a striker dry and separate, because wet friction is stubborn. Strike with calm, then bring the match to the tinder, not the tinder to the match, so you don't scatter your bundle. In cold, warm the matchbox inside your jacket so the chemicals stay eager. And always light more than one match if you must, because hesitation can waste the moment the flame offers you. Spiritually, a match is a lesson in permission. When the chance for warmth appears, receive it gently. Let your eyelids grow heavy if they wish. The flame can work without you watching. A ferro rod is a faithful companion in harsh weather because it does not depend on delicate fuel or tiny flames. It gives hot sparks even when your world is damp, but it asks for a steady setup. Anchor the rod close to the tinder and scrape the striker down the rod while keeping the rod still, so your spark lands exactly where it should. Make your tinder bundle airy, not packed tight, so oxygen can slip between the fibers like quiet music. If your hands are numb, brace your elbows on your knees to steady the motion. Fire is not only ignition, it is control. And as you rest tonight, remember this: steadiness is strength that does not shout. Inhale and exhale, and let the spark become soft warmth in your mind. In freezing temperatures, lighters can become sleepy because cold steals pressure and slows the fuel. The gentle fix is simple. Keep your lighter warm. Carry it in an inner pocket, close to your body, like a small secret. If your fingers are stiff, warm them under your armpits for a few breaths before you try to spark. But also remember, a lighter's kindness has limits. Wind can snatch its flame instantly, so pair it with a windbreak and a well-prepared tinder bundle. A lighter is not a magic wand. It is a tool that still needs shelter and patience. Spiritually, this is a tender truth. Even helpful gifts work best when we treat them with care. Let your breathing slow now, and imagine warmth returning to your hands, little by little. When rain has soaked everything, seek tinder that carries its own fire. Resin-rich wood, often called fatwood, is like a tree's hidden candle. It can be found in old pine stumps, dead branches near the base of conifers, or knots where limbs once grew. It smells sharp and sweet, and when shaved, it catches sparks eagerly and burns hot even when the world is damp. If you have it, use it sparingly. Thin shavings first, then small sticks, so its heat can lift wetter fuel into flame. Fatwood is a lesson from nature. Sometimes the forest stores brightness inside itself for hard days. And as you listen, let your mind rest in that thought. That light can be stored, waiting for you, even in dark seasons. As you move through these first embers of knowledge, let your body settle like a traveler finally reaching camp. Feel the weight of your blankets as a shelter already built, a roof already given. Out there, wind argues with trees, rain drums on leaves, cold tries to take the edges of everything. But here, you are safe beside a steady warmth. You do not need to strike a spark tonight. You do not need to gather wood or choose a perfect place. For this moment, your only survival task is quiet and sacred. Breathe in slowly, breathe out softly, and allow rest to arrive like a gentle flame, glowing without effort. In deep snow, the ground itself becomes an enemy of flame, because heat sinks and disappears into white silence. So give your fire a floor. Lay green logs side by side, stack flat stones, or build a packed platform of snow that can hold weight without melting too quickly. This keeps your tinder dry, lifts coals from slush, and lets air move underneath instead of drowning the base. A snow fire is not built on the earth, it is built above it, like a small altar raised toward warmth. Spiritually, it reminds us that sometimes you must rise a little above what drains you, not out of pride, but out of wisdom. Breathe in and imagine your comfort resting on something steady. In extreme cold, your body burns energy faster, and fire making can quietly become exhausting. One gentle survival truth is to work in stage. Gather first, then build, then light. If you try to do everything at once, searching for wood while striking sparks, your hands numb, your thoughts scatter, and your tinder gets lost in the snow or mud. Make a small pile of each size: tinder, kindling, fuel. Keep the best pieces protected under a jacket or inside a pouch. Then, when you light, you are not scrambling, you are simply beginning. This is how calm becomes a tool. And tonight, you can practice the same mercy, one breath at a time, one quiet step, nothing rushed, nothing forced. In wet conditions, the best fuel is often dead standing wood, not wood lying on the ground. Fallen branches drink moisture from soil like thirsty roots, and they grow heavy with damp. But a dead branch still attached to a tree has air around it, and often keeps a drier core. Snap it. Listen for a crisp break instead of a dull bend. Look for grey, dry textures, not glossy wet bark. Then split it and use the inner faces for kindling. Nature gives hints to those who move slowly. Spiritually, this teaches a soft discernment. Choose what is lifted, what is aired, what has not been soaking in the low places of fear. Exhale gently now, like letting heaviness fall away. Fire is warmth, but it must also be safe, especially when you are tired. In shelters, caves, tents, or snow trenches, smoke and invisible gases can gather, stealing breath in silence. Always seek ventilation, cracks, openings, a clear path for smoke to rise, and never sleep with a fire that can shift or spread. Build small and controlled, and keep water or snow nearby as a quiet guardian. If you're using a stove, treat it with respect. Stable ground, clear air, mindful hands. Survival is not only making flame, it is living well beside it. And as you rest tonight, let this be your gentle lesson. The brightest comfort is the one that does not harm. Inhale and let peace settle like a steady, well-tended coal. When everything around you is damp, learn to make your own dry tinder from the wood you have. Feather sticks are thin curls shaved from a stick, still attached at one end, like a bouquet of wooden ribbons. Choose the driest piece you can find, often the inner wood of a split branch, and carve slowly, letting the curls pile up without breaking off. These fine edges catch sparks quickly and burn long enough to wake kindling. Feather sticks are patience turned into flame. Spiritually, they remind us that careful attention can create warmth, even when the world feels uncooperative. Let your breath be careful now, unhurried, as if each inhale is a gentle shaving toward comfort. In strong wind, a common mistake is building a fire too open, too exposed, like trying to sing softly in a storm. Instead, build a low, compact fire lay that shelters itself. A lean-to shape works well. Place a thicker stick as a spine, angle kindling against it like a small roof, and tuck tinder underneath where sparks and flame can hide. As it grows, feed it gradually, always protecting the core. Wind can help once a fire is strong, but early on it is a thief. In life too, growth needs shelter in the beginning, so let your mind stay sheltered tonight, quiet, protected, until sleep becomes steady. One of the most reliable emergency ignitions in cold, wet conditions is a cotton ball with petroleum jelly. It looks humble, but it burns longer than many natural tinders, offering time for damp kindling to catch. Pull it apart slightly to expose soft fibers, strike your spark into the fluff, and let the jelly feed the flame slowly. Store a few in a small bag or container, lightweight, simple, faithful. This is the wilderness teaching you a gentle truth. Small preparations can be holy. The tiniest thing in your pocket can become a warm hour in a bitter night. As you listen, feel gratitude for the small helps you've carried through life, unseen but real. In rain, protect your ignition tools as if they are sacred. A ferro rod still works wet, but your tinder may not. So keep tinder in a waterproof pocket, a sealed bag, a dry pouch, even a folded layer inside your clothing. If you have to work in open rain, use your body as a roof. Sit with your knees up, lean forward, and create a small cave of warmth and dryness between your arms and torso. Fire making becomes intimate then, close, quiet, almost whispered. And spiritually, it's a tender image. Sometimes you must shelter the fragile beginning inside yourself. Breathe slowly now and imagine your rest being sheltered the same way. In extreme cold, the first flame you make should be small and efficient, not a hungry blaze. A huge fire demands huge fuel, and gathering that fuel can drain the body faster than the fire can repay you. Start with a controlled core, tinder, kindling, then modest sticks, building a steady bed of coals. Coals are the true warmth, the quiet heart that lasts. Once you have them, you can dry more wood nearby, warm water, and recover. Survival is often choosing what is sustainable, not what is impressive. Spiritually, this is a calm instruction for the soul. Seek steady heat, not wild sparks. Let your breathing stay steady too, slow, reliable, like coals glowing through the night. In wet environments, use your fire to create a future. As soon as you have a flame, begin drying fuel. Stack damp sticks near, but not in, the fire's edge. Hang small pieces where heat can rise into them. Rotate wood so every side learns warmth. This turns your fire into a teacher, transforming what was unusable into something ready. Many fires die not because they were never lit, but because their keeper forgot to prepare the next fuel. In life, we also need gentle continuity, small acts that keep tomorrow warm. As you listen, imagine your worries drying at the edge of a quiet flame, becoming lighter, becoming less urgent, becoming safe to set down. If you lack a lighter or matches, remember that modern survival offers sparks in unexpected places. A simple battery and steel wool can make fire quickly. Touch the steel wool to the battery terminals and it glows, then bursts into ember, but it requires care. Keep it controlled, away from loose fuel until you're ready. Meet, and suddenly light is born. Breathe in and feel the possibility of gentle connection within you. In bright sun and dry air, a lens can become your spark. Magnifying glass, camera lens, even a carefully curved piece of clear plastic or ice shaped into focus. The secret is patience. Hold the focal point steady on the darkest tinder you can find, like char cloth or blackened bark, until it smoulders. Wind can steal this ember, so cradle it carefully. It is slow fire, born of stillness. And that slowness is its gift. It teaches you to become quiet enough to notice heat gathering. Tonight, let yourself be that still. Let warmth collect gently in the center of your chest, like sunlight finding one calm point. In high altitude or thin air, fire behaves differently. Flames can be weaker, and ignition may take longer because oxygen is scarce. The gentle solution is to build your fire with more airflow and finer materials. Make tinder very airy, not compressed. Use small dry kindling that catches quickly. Shield from wind, but don't smother the flame. Balance becomes everything. And if you're using a stove, expect slower boil times and plan fuel accordingly. Thin air teaches a quiet humility. You cannot demand the world to be full. You adapt to what it offers. Spiritually, this is the same soft wisdom. When you feel depleted, you do not force brightness. You make space for it. Inhale as if making space. Exhale as if letting flame find room. One of the most reliable natural tinders in many regions is birch bark, because it contains oils that burn even when damp. Look for fallen sheets on the ground or on dead trees. Take only what you need and never peel living trees heavily. Scrape the bark into fine curls, increasing surface area so a spark can catch easily. The bark may look wet, but its inner layers often hold warmth like a secret. Birch bark is a lesson in hidden generosity, nature providing a candle inside its own skin. And as you listen, let that symbol settle softly. Even if you feel weathered on the outside, there can still be oil and light within. Rest now and let your inner warmth be found. In storm conditions, a fire can fail simply because the tinder bundle is too tight. Fire needs tiny pathways for oxygen, like breath moving through reeds. When you gather grass, bark fibers or plant fluff. Keep it loose like a nest. Add the finest materials in the center. Dry shavings, lint, scraped bark. Then fold the bundle around them gently. When you blow, blow softly, increasing only as the ember grows. Too hard, and you scatter the heart. Too little, and it sleeps. This is one of survival's quiet arts, feeding without overwhelming. Spiritually, it mirrors the way we care for ourselves. Gentle encouragement, not pressure. Breathe slowly now, like you're helping an ember, not forcing a flame. In very wet environments, building a fire on bare ground can be like trying to paint on running water. So create a dry base. Lay a thick layer of bark, flat sticks or stones beneath your tinder to separate it from the moisture. If you have no dry materials, split wood and use the inner faces as a platform. Even a small elevation can save a fire. This is how survival often works. Not by finding a perfect place, but by creating a better one. And in your inner life too, rest is sometimes something you build. One small boundary, one soft decision, one quiet. So, you'll go in quiet to your platform. Let your bed be that platform tonight, holding you above the day's dampness. In extreme cold, the body's tremble can make fine tasks difficult. So simplify your fire making by choosing a fire lay that's forgiving. A small teepee of thin kindling over tinder works well because it draws air upward and concentrates heat. Keep the sticks close enough to share warmth, but not so tight they block breath. As the teepee collapses, it feeds itself inward, like a prayer folding into the heart. This structure helps when hands are clumsy and time feels sharp. Spiritually, it's a gentle image. Even your imperfect efforts can fall in the right direction toward warmth. Exhale slowly and let yourself be imperfect and still safe. If you must build a fire quickly in wind, consider a Dakota fire hole, a small sheltered fire pit with an air intake tunnel. It reduces smoke, hides the flame, and protects the core from gusts. But it takes time and effort to dig, so it is best when soil allows and conditions are steady enough to work. The deeper lesson is this: sometimes survival asks for investment. Work now, ease later. You create a system that supports you, and tonight your bed is your own kind of fire hole, sheltered, quiet, holding warmth close. Let your breathing deepen, like air, feeding a hidden ember. In the wilderness, never forget that moisture is not only on the ground, it is in the air. In fog, drizzle, or heavy humidity, natural tinders may feel alive with damp. This is why many survivors carry a redundant tinder source: waxed cotton, commercial fire tabs, dryer lint sealed in a bag, or char cloth protected from moisture. Redundancy is not fear, it is compassion for your future self. It is the quiet wisdom of saying, when my hands are tired, I will still have a path to warmth. Spiritually, redundancy becomes reassurance, multiple ways to return to peace. If one method fails, another waits. Let that thought be a soft blanket over your mind. If you have a fire but struggle to keep it alive through rain or snow, build a reflector wall behind it, stacked logs, rocks, or a simple barrier of earth. This reflects heat toward your body and blocks wind, helping the fire burn hotter with less fuel. In cold nights, a reflector turns a small flame into a generous one. It is like turning a candle toward a mirror and receiving more light than you expected. Spiritually, a reflector is gratitude. When you notice warmth, it seems to multiply. As you listen, feel any small comfort you have, your pillow, your shelter, your breath, and let it reflect peace back into you. In extreme conditions, your most precious resource is often not tinder or tools. It is time with warm fingers. So if you anticipate making fire, do it early, before your hands become stiff and clumsy. Fire started at dusk is easier than fire started at midnight, when cold has settled deep. Gather and prepare while you still move well, while your mind is clear. Survival favors the calm and the early. Spiritually, this is a gentle invitation to care for yourself before you're desperate. Rest before you're empty, drink before you're thirsty, soften before you harden. As you listen, let your breath arrive early, like a kindness that doesn't wait for crisis. If you can't find perfect natural tinder, you can create it by scraping and shredding. Use your knife to scrape dry inner bark into fine fibers, or break down plant stems into fuzz. Even paper from a notebook, cardboard, or cloth fibers can help if used wisely. The key is surface area, many small edges for the flame to kiss. In harsh environments, creativity is not a luxury, it is warmth. And spiritually, creativity is hope in motion, the willingness to work with what you have, not what you wish you had. Let your mind relax now, because you have already survived many imperfect days, and you are still here. In snowstorms, visibility can shrink to a few steps, and wind can erase your tracks. If you choose to make fire, to keep it close to shelter, not far away. A fire that's too distant can become a dangerous journey back through white confusion. Build where you can monitor it and where it supports your rest, not where it tempts you into exposure. Fire is a helper, not a reason to wander. Spiritually, this is a quiet lesson too. Don't search for peace in far, exhausting places when it can be built near the shelter of your present moment. Your peace can be close, your rest can be close. Inhale gently, unexhale, and stay near what is safe. When your matches are limited, learn the art of one match fire. Prepare everything first, tinder fluffed, kindling sorted, windbreak ready, platform built. Then strike the match only when success is likely. Use the match's full life by lighting a prepared tinder bundle, not raw sticks. If the first attempt fails, don't panic. Adjust the structure, add drier fibers, improve the shelter, and try again with calm intention. One match fire is about respect. Spiritually, it mirrors the way we use our energy. We don't waste it on chaos. We place it where it can become light. Let your energy be placed gently now, in rest, not in worry. In heavy rain, your best tinder may be man-made, and there is no shame in that. A small square of waxed paper, a candle stub, a commercial fire starter, even the lint from a dryer, sealed dry, can be the difference between shivering and recovering. Survival is not a purity contest, it is a mercy practice. Use what works. Use what is safe. And if you carry a fire starter, protect it like a blessing. Double bag it. Keep it close. Keep it ready. Spiritually, this is permission. Accept help without guilt. The wilderness does not reward pride. It rewards humility. Let that humility become soft comfort now, like a warm cup held in both hands. If the ground is soaked and you have no stones or logs, you can build a fire on a raft of split wood. Split thicker pieces lengthwise and place the dry inner faces upward, creating a dry bed for tinder. This protects the first flame from the mud and water, and as the raft warms, it dries itself further. It is warmth building its own foundation. In extreme wind, sparks can fly away like startled birds. To keep them where they belong, use a spark catcher. Place your tinder right against the ferro rod, or strike sparks onto a piece of bark holding the tinder. Then slide that burning bundle into your prepared fire lay. Some survivors even create a tiny spark tray with dry wood shavings. This method reduces wasted effort and protects the ember from gusts. Survival often improves when you control small details. Spiritually, this is attention. Gentle, loving attention. Bringing your thoughts back to one place instead of letting them scatter. Let your mind gather now, like tinder in a safe nest. In very cold air, breathing hard over a new flame can introduce too much moisture, and your breath can cool the tinder if you blow too forcefully. The better way is to fan softly, or blow in short, gentle breaths from the side, letting air feed the ember without drowning it. Think of it as waking the fire, not commanding it. A flame grows like trust grows slowly, with kindness. Spiritually, it's the same. You don't have to push yourself into peace. You can invite it. Inhale, exhale, and invite rest to grow quietly, without struggle. When you're exhausted, decision-making becomes foggy. So use a simple rule. Make fire before you need it. The moment you begin to feel chilled, start gathering. The moment you sense a storm turning, start preparing tinder. Waiting until you're shaking hard can turn a manageable task into a painful one. Fire is easier when your body still has strength to offer it. Spiritually, this is a gentle practice of listening, honoring early signals, responding with care, not with denial. Tonight, if your body is asking for sleep, answer early. Don't wait until you're frayed. Let rest arrive now, quietly, like a friend already at the door. In wet conditions, some wood types are more cooperative than others. Softwoods like pine and spruce ignite more easily because they often contain resin, while hardwoods like oak burn longer once established. If your priority is ignition, begin with dry softwood shavings or small conifer twigs, then transition to denser fuel as coals form. In survival, you don't choose one forever, you sequence wisely. Spiritually, this is also a lesson in pacing. Start with what comes easily, then build toward what lasts. Begin with one calm breath, then another, until your rest becomes something steady and long burning, One overlooked skill is learning to read wood's sound and feel. Dry wood is lighter, snaps cleaner, and often sounds sharper when struck together. Wet wood feels heavy, bends, and tears with a dull complaint. Even in dim light, your hands can learn this language. Choose what feels right, and you will waste less energy. Nature speaks softly, survival is listening. Spiritually, this is an invitation to listen to yourself the same way. What feels heavy, what feels brittle, what feels ready. Tonight, choose what feels ready. Sleep, softness, release. Let your face relax, and let your thoughts become less important. In strong wind, a taller flame is not always better. A low fire with a tight structure and a strong coal bed resists gusts more effectively. Build so the center stays protected. Sticks leaning inward, sheltering the ember. Feed small pieces often, rather than big pieces that cool the core. Wind can steal heat faster than you can add it. So keep the flame compact until it strengthens. Spiritually, this is a quiet encouragement. You don't need to be big to be strong. Small and steady can survive the storm. Breathe in and be small. Breathe out and be steady. In freezing rain or sleet, the world can coat itself in a thin glaze that makes everything slippery and difficult. In those moments, simplify. Aim for a single, reliable ignition method and reduce fine tasks. If you have a fire starter that burns long, like waxed tinder, a fire tab, or petroleum cotton, use it. Build a sheltered lay, light the long-burning starter, and let it do the hard work while you feed pencil-thin kindling. This is not cheating, it is choosing life. Spiritually, it's a tender truth. When conditions are harsh, you are allowed to rely on what's most dependable. Let your mind rely on breath tonight, the simplest, most faithful fire you already have. A fire's early minutes are fragile, so avoid adding large fuel too soon. Big wood demands big heat. If you place a thick stick over a young flame, it can shade and smother it like a heavy blanket. Instead, add small fuel in small steps, letting each layer catch before the next arrives. This creates momentum, and momentum is comfort. Fire making is not a leap, it is a staircase. Spiritually, rest is the same. You don't have to become peaceful all at once. You can descend step by step deeper into sleep. Inhale, step, exhale, step, and let the night carry you downward gently. In humid jungles and rainforests, dry tinder may be rare at ground level. So look up and under, search beneath thick canopies, inside dead standing trees, under large roots, and in the sheltered hollows where air still moves. Some natural tinders, like inner bark fibers or seed fluff, can be found dry even when everything looks soaked, and if nothing is dry, make it. Split wood, scrape the inner faces, carve feather sticks. The jungle teaches persistence without anger. Spiritually, it teaches the same. If peace isn't obvious, it may still be present in hidden places. Tonight, let your peace be found in the simplest hidden place. Your breath, steady and quiet. In survival, fire is not only about warmth, it is also about signal and spirit. Smoke by day and flame by night can draw help when it's safe and wise to do so. But even when no one is watching, fire steadies the inner world. It gives you a task you can complete. It gives you light. It gives you a circle. In the wilderness, that circle can keep fear from expanding. Spiritually, fire becomes a small sanctuary, proof that your hands can still create safety. And tonight, in your own way, you have already created a sanctuary, a room, a bed, a quiet voice guiding you. You have made a circle of calm. You don't have to navigate the wilderness tonight. You're just here to safely lay up camp and recover. Let the mind stop scanning the horizon. Let the shoulders stop bracing for weather that isn't here. Imagine a small fire somewhere in the distance, steady, contained. Its warmth not urgent, just faithful. Feel your blankets as the gentle wall around you, holding heat close. Inhale slowly, as if drawing in a soft amber glow. Exhale, as if releasing the last cold thread of the day. You have done enough. You have endured enough. In this moment, rest is not weakness. It is wisdom. Let sleep come like a quiet snowfall, covering everything harsh, leaving only peace. After a fire is established, guard the coal bed like treasure. Flames dance, but coals endure. They hold heat through gusts, through brief rain, through the moment you turn away to gather more fuel. Feed your fire in a way that builds coals, steady wood, not frantic piles, and you'll have warmth that lasts. If the flame dips, stir the coals gently and add thin kindling to wake it again. Coals are the patient heart of fire. Spiritually, they are like the quiet strength inside you, the part that remains even when your energy flickers. Let your own inner coals be honored tonight. You don't need to blaze, you only need to glow. In wet weather, smoke can increase because damp wood must shed moisture before it truly burns. To reduce smoke and strengthen heat, use smaller pieces and keep airflow consistent. Split wood dries faster. Elevate the fire so air can enter beneath. Add one piece at a time so the core stays hot enough to drive off water. Thick wet logs create long, smoky struggles. A clean burn is often a small burn, tended with care. Spiritually, this is a gentle mirror. When life feels heavy, smaller steps create clearer peace. Don't add more than you can hold. One small breath, one quiet thought, one soft release. Let that be enough. A common cold weather challenge is that your knife, ferro rod, or metal tools become painfully cold to touch. If you must handle metal, do it in short moments and use gloves when possible. Keep your ignition tools in an inner pocket to warm them, and consider adding a small lanyard so you don't drop them into snow. In extreme cold, losing one small tool can cost enormous effort. This teaches a quiet respect for the little things. Spiritually, it's similar. Protect what helps you heal, your routines, your rest, your gentle supports. Tonight, protect your sleep the same way. Let it stay close, warm, and unbroken. If you're using a stove in extreme cold, remember that fuel can struggle. Canisters lose pressure, and liquid fuels can behave differently. Keep canisters warm, insulate them from snow, and follow safe practices for ventilation. Never use stoves in enclosed spaces without proper airflow, because carbon monoxide is silent. A stove is a kind of contained fire, efficient, controlled, but still deserving of respect. Survival warmth should never steal breath. Spiritually, this is a tender rule. Comfort must be safe to be true comfort. Let your comfort tonight be safe. Breathing easy, heart quiet, body held. In an emergency, you may be tempted to burn anything, but some materials release toxic smoke. Plastics, treated wood, synthetic fabrics. Even when cold, presses hard, choose clean fuels when possible, and keep your fire in open air. Smoke that harms you is not rescue, it is another threat. If you must use questionable materials briefly for ignition, do so with distance and caution, and never in a closed shelter. Survival is not only warmth, it is wise warmth. Spiritually, this is discernment. Not every quick comfort is nourishing. Tonight, choose the clean comfort of rest, the safe warmth of slow breathing, the gentle light that does not poison the soul. In rain, a tarp can be a blessing, but it must be used carefully. Set it as a roof and windbreak, angled so water runs away and smoke can escape. Keep flame well separated. Fabric and fire are old enemies. If you're in a lean-to shelter, maintain a clear safety zone and build a small, controlled fire. A tarp turns chaos into order, giving your flame a chance. Spiritually, it reminds us that boundaries create peace. A simple boundary, like turning off a screen, closing a door, dimming a light, can become your tarp against the weather of the world. Let your night be sheltered now, quietly, safely. If you need fire without a flame, perhaps to avoid detection, reduce smoke, or conserve fuel, learn to use ember-based heat. A small bed of coals can cook warm hands and dry items with less visible light and less fuel than a roaring blaze. Build the fire, let it settle, then spread the coals slightly to create gentle, radiant warmth. This is quiet fire, the kind that supports rest. Spiritually, it's a beautiful symbol. You don't always need dramatic brightness. Sometimes the most healing warmth is subtle, hidden, and steady. Let your mind become that kind of warmth tonight, soft, low, and safe. In extreme cold, your fire needs protection from the world's thirst for heat. Build a heat reflector with rocks or logs, and if safe, create a small wind wall around the fire's sides, leaving an opening for airflow. This concentrates warmth where you need it. But always remember, fire must still breathe. Too much enclosure can choke it. Survival is the art of sheltering without suffocating. Spiritually, the same balance is sacred. Protect your heart, but don't close it entirely. Tonight, be sheltered and still breathe. Inhale, exhale, and let warmth circulate gently through you. In wet cold, your clothing can become a heavy burden, and drying it with fire must be done wisely. Hang items near the warmth, not over open flame. Steam rising from damp fabric can cool the air around the fire and steal heat if you crowd it. Rotate pieces slowly and dry the most critical layers first: socks, gloves, base layers, because these protect circulation and comfort. A fire is a healer, but it can also scorch if you rush it. Spiritually, this is a quiet truth. Healing works best with patience. Don't press your fragile parts too close to intensity. Let them warm at a safe distance, gradually, kindly. If you expect to need fire repeatedly, gather and store tinder before it becomes scarce. Keep a tinder cache: dry bark, resin shavings, cotton and wax, char cloth, or dry grass sealed away. In long storms, the world offers fewer gifts. The survivor becomes a careful steward, collecting when conditions allow. This isn't hoarding, it's foresight. Spiritually, a tinder cache is like the small memories of goodness you collect. Kind words, quiet mornings, moments of beauty. They are stored warmth for later nights. As you listen, let your mind drift through a memory that feels warm and let it rest there. In very cold conditions, your breath and sweat can add moisture to the work. If you overexert while gathering wood, you may sweat, then chill dangerously when you stop. So pace yourself. Work slowly, stay dry, stay warm, choose nearby fuel first, and don't rush into heavy labour unless absolutely necessary. A small controlled fire with modest fuel can be safer than exhausting yourself chasing a bigger one. Survival is often about conserving the body's inner fire. Spiritually, this is permission to stop striving. You do not have to burn yourself out to prove anything. Tonight, you can conserve, you can soften, you can rest. In extreme cold, it's easy to forget hydration, but fire helps you drink safely. Warm water supports circulation and keeps decision-making clearer. Use your fire to melt and heat gradually, never letting your container burn dry. If you can, warm water close to the fire's edge rather than in roaring flames. This is survival's tenderness, using warmth not just to fight cold, but to restore the body's quiet balance. Spiritually, think of warmth as nourishment too. Gentle restoration, not struggle. Let your mind drink in calm tonight, a slow sip at a time. In wet, windy conditions, a common failure point is the first few minutes after ignition. So once your tinder catches, protect it fiercely. Add kindling immediately but gently, and keep shielding until the flame is stable. This is not the moment to relax. This is the moment to nurture. Fire is like a newborn in the storm, small, vulnerable, precious. Spiritually, rest can be vulnerable too in a busy life, so protect it. Let this moment be guarded. Let nothing steal it. If thoughts try to intrude, treat them like wind, notice them, then turn your body of attention back into a shelter. If your tinder keeps failing, consider that it may be too moist or too coarse. The solution is often to go finer. Scrape, shred, fluff. Create fibers that catch easily. Even dry wood shavings become better when they are thinner and more numerous. Fine tinder is like kindling for the mind. Small, easy starts that lead to bigger peace. Spiritually, when you can't find calm, don't search for something grand. Start with the tiniest thing, the feeling of the pillow under your cheek, the sound of a distant night, the gentle rise of breath. Start tiny, start there. In harsh weather, you may be tempted to keep a fire burning all night, but weigh the cost. An overnight fire demands steady fuel and attention, and exhaustion can make it unsafe. Sometimes the wiser choice is to build a strong fire earlier, create warmth, dry gear, heat water, then bank coals, covering them lightly with ash and larger wood so they last longer with less flame. If you wake, you can revive them with kindling. This is quiet endurance, not endless labor. Spiritually, it's permission to rest. You don't have to keep everything burning. You can bank your effort and sleep. If you must move location or need a portable ember, some traditions use a coal carrier. A small ember wrapped in punky wood, fungus, or a bundle that smoulders slowly. This is advanced and must be done carefully to avoid burns and accidental fire. But the lesson is beautiful. Warmth can be carried, not only created. Spiritually, you also carry warmth from day to day. Small kindnesses, small faith, small hope. Tonight, let these coals in you be carried into sleep, glowing quietly under the ash of fatigue. In extreme conditions, your fire should serve multiple needs: warmth, water, food, morale, but avoid turning it into a chaotic project. Keep it simple: a stable base, a steady feed, and a clear purpose. Complexity wastes energy. The wilderness rewards clarity. Spiritually, clarity is also rest. You do not need to solve your whole life tonight. One purpose is enough: sleep. One task is holy: breathe. Let everything else wait outside your shelter like wind that cannot enter. In freezing conditions, if your hands are too numb to carve or strike well, use your body's warmth first. Warm fingers and under your armpits. Do gentle movement to restore circulation, and then attempt ignition. Fire making requires dexterity. Forcing it with numb hands can waste tools and time. Warm the maker before the fire. Spiritually, this is tender wisdom. Care for yourself before you demand output. Tonight, warm the inner maker in you. Let them rest. Let them be safe. Let them be held. In rain, smoke can cling low and irritate eyes, making fire tending miserable. Position your fire with wind direction in mind, so smoke drifts away from shelter and face. If possible, sit slightly upwind. A small adjustment can turn suffering into comfort. Survival often hinges on these quiet angles, where you place your body, where you place the flame. Spiritually, you can adjust angles too. Turn away from what stings, turn toward what calms. Tonight, turn toward breath. Turn towards softness. Let the smoke of thoughts drift away. If you're in a coastal or maritime environment, salt spray and constant moisture can challenge ignition. Natural tinder may be damp with salt, and wood may burn poorly. This is where sealed tinder and resin-based starters shine. Seek driftwood that's dry inside, split it, and use inner fibers. Build a sheltered fire behind dunes, rocks, or low terrain where wind is gentler. Coastal fire teaches persistence. Even when the air itself is wet, warmth can still be made with careful shelter and good tinder. Spiritually, it's a promise for humid seasons of the soul. peace can still burn even when everything feels soaked. In extreme cold, avoid the temptation to pour on fuel. Overloading the fire can collapse structure and choke airflow. Instead, maintain a rhythm. Feed, wait, feed. Let each addition catch before you add more. Think of it like tending a breathing creature. Listen, respond, don't overwhelm. Fire thrives on attention, not excess. Spiritually, rest thrives the same way. Don't overwhelm yourself with effort to sleep. Let sleep arrive on its own schedule. Your job is only to keep the air gentle, slow inhale, long exhale, and patience. If you have to light fire with minimal tools, remember the importance of dry pockets, places that stay protected by nature, under thick evergreen boughs, inside hollow logs above ground, beneath rock overhangs, under the lee side of the trees, where wind keeps rain from driving in. These are the wilderness's hidden rooms. Search for them slowly. A few steps in the right direction can change everything. Spiritually, your mind also has hidden rooms, quiet places not touched by the day's weather. Tonight, you are entering one now. Let it be still. Let it be safe. In winter forests, one of the easiest ways to find dry kindling is to look for lower dead branches on conifers. They often remain suspended off the ground, protected by the canopy, and snap into dry pieces. Break them into pencil-thin lengths and keep them bundled. These small sticks are the ladder a flame climbs. Without them, even a good tinder can fail. Spiritually, these are the small supports of your life, simple things that help you rise. A glass of water, a warm sock, a steady routine. Tonight, let your small supports hold you. Your bed, your breath, this quiet voice. If you're building fire in a shelter like a snow trench or improvised lean-to, the greatest danger can be invisible. Carbon monoxide can build without smell or warning. Always ensure ventilation, keep flames small, and never block the exit for smoke. If you feel headache, dizziness, or unusual fatigue, move to fresh air immediately. Fire should never steal breath. Spiritually, this is a gentle boundary too. Anything that makes you feel smaller, foggier, less alive, step away. Tonight, choose what gives breath. Choose what clears the inner air. Breathe slowly now and let your chest feel open. In damp, cold conditions, consider using char cloth if you have it. It catches a spark easily and forms a glowing ember that can be placed into a tinder bundle. It doesn't flame on its own. It teaches the ember path. Quiet, controlled, reliable. Char cloth is patience in fabric form, a slow ignition that asks you to nurture rather than rush. Spiritually, the ember path is comforting. You don't need sudden transformation. You need steady glowing. Let your rest tonight be ember-like, quiet, persistent, and sure. When fuel is scarce, learn to build a small fire that reflects heat, rather than a big fire that wastes it. Use a rock wall or log reflector. Sit close enough to feel warmth, but not so close you scorch, and focus on building coals. A modest fire, well placed, can feel warmer than a large fire with no shelter. Efficiency is survival's poetry. Spiritually, it's a reminder that peace isn't always louder or brighter. Sometimes it is simply well placed, close to the heart, protected from the wind, allowed to do its quiet work. In extreme conditions, your fire can become a drying station. Once the flame is stable, set aside a small area to dry future tinder, shavings, bark, and thin twigs warmed near the edge. This creates a chain of readiness. Many survivors fail not at ignition, but at continuity, having nothing dry to feed the fire later. So let your fire prepare tomorrow's fire. Spiritually, let your rest prepare tomorrow's strength. Sleep is not lost time, it is stored warmth. Inhale gently, as if storing warmth. Exhale, as if sealing it safely away. In freezing environments, you can use hot stones as a companion to fire, but only with caution. Some rocks, especially those that are wet or porous, can crack or even explode when heated. Choose dry, dense stones and warm them gradually near the fire, not inside it. Once warm, stones can radiate heat and shelter and help dry items. It is the wilderness showing you that warmth can be held and shared. Spiritually, it's a tender thought. Comfort can be stored in quiet places. You can hold peace like a warmed stone, and it can keep giving long after the flame quiets. If you're relying on friction fire in cool conditions, the best approach is to protect materials from moisture long before you need them. Keep spindle, hearthboard, and tinder dry and warm. And remember, the technique is sensitive to fatigue. If your body is cold, friction is harder. This is why most modern survival practice favors spark-based ignition, because it conserves energy. The deeper lesson is gentle. Choose methods that preserve you. Spiritually, choose practices that don't drain your spirit. Tonight, choose the method that preserves you best, letting go. In wild places, fire also affects wildlife and the environment. Build only where it's safe and permitted. Keep it small and leave no trace when you can. Burn down to ash, scatter cold remains, restore the site. Fire is a gift, not a scar. Survival wisdom includes respect for the land that hosts you. Spiritually, respect also lives in you, how you treat your own inner landscape. Don't scorch yourself with harsh self-talk. Leave no wounds where kindness can be. Tonight, let your thoughts be gentle, and let sleep restore the ground of your heart. Chapter 95. In a blizzard or heavy snowfall, visibility can vanish and sound can be swallowed. If you build a fire, mark your shelter and your path, and keep everything close. A fire can be disorienting if it lures you outward into white confusion. Use it as a center, not a temptation. Keep your gear organized and don't let the flame become a wandering point. Spiritually, this teaches the value of a center in stormy times, one steady place to return. Tonight, your center is breath. When thoughts drift, return. When worry rises, return. Inhale and return. Exhale and return. In cold rain, hypothermia risk rises quietly. Fire helps, but only if you also manage moisture and wind. Prioritize insulation and shelter. Alongside flame, Get out of wet clothes if you can. Add dry layers, block wind, and use fire to warm your core and dry essentials. Fire is powerful, but it is part of a system. Shelter, dry layers, warm liquids, calm movement. Survival is rarely one trick, it is a gentle weaving. Spiritually, peace is the same. Many small supports braided together. Tonight, let the braid be simple. Quiet room, steady breath, soft voice, safe bed. Enough. If your fire is struggling, consider changing the layout rather than blaming the spark. Often the problem is airflow, either too much wind or too little oxygen. Adjust the windbreak, lift the tinder, loosen the bundle, create space between sticks. Fire is a conversation with air. When it fails, you change the conversation. Spiritually, when rest feels hard, you don't shame yourself, you adjust. Dim the lights, shift position, slow the breathing. Let the mind release one thought. Adjust gently, and the flame of sleep can find you. In extreme conditions, a fire is also a teacher of presence. You can't rush it without consequences. You watch, you listen, you respond. A good fire tender learns to notice small changes. The way flame leans, the way smoke thickens, the way coals brighten when fed. This is attention as survival. Spiritually, attention is also healing. When you attend to your body with kindness, you return to safety. Tonight, attend to your breath like a flame, steady, soft, alive. Let it hold you, let it lull you, let it be enough. In the end, fire making in harsh places is not only skill, it is spirit. It is the refusal to surrender to cold and darkness. It is the humble act of gathering small things, shavings, twigs, sparks, and turning them into warmth. It is proof that the human heart can cooperate with nature instead of being crushed by it. And even when a fire fails, the effort itself teaches you, adapt, try again, protect your energy, protect your hope. Spiritually, this is a quiet blessing. You are allowed to begin again, always. Tonight, you don't need to begin a fire. You can simply receive warmth already made for you. Blankets, shelter, breath, and let your mind soften into grace. When morning comes, the best fires leave behind little scars. They give warmth, then they return to ash and silence. In survival, you learn to end things gently. Let the fire burn down, spread the coals, drown them if needed, and feel the earth cool again. Fire teaches impermanence with kindness, bright for a time, then resting. Spiritually, it reminds us that every hard night passes, every storm moves on, even cold seasons eventually loosen, and you too are allowed to loosen. As you lie here, let the night take what is heavy from you. Let peace guard your dreams until morning, and may grace be the first light to greet you when you wake. If tonight's journey brought peace to your spirit, remember to like this video, subscribe, and share what great survival story you love to dream through next. And when you're ready, click the video on your screen to continue your endurance path to the summit. May your sleep be deep, your breath be steady, your heart be warm. Good night.